Look at the sheer scale of a public demonstration in India. Thousands of voices, moving as one, demanding to be heard. It is a powerful display of democratic action. But under the surface of that energy lies a strict set of rules. The right to protest comes directly from Article 19 of the Constitution, but it comes with strings attached. The state carefully monitors and moderates when and how these gatherings happen. To gather legally in a public space, you must secure a No Objection Certificate, or NOC, from the local police. This document proves you have clearance to assemble and maintain public order. Before you even start writing your request, you need to gather your paperwork. You will need logistical details, a valid ID, proof of residence, and recent photographs of the organizers. Completing this paperwork secures the legal status required for a gathering to proceed with constitutional protection. Here is exactly how to navigate the process. Step 1 is figuring out exactly who has the power to approve your event. If you submit your application to the wrong desk, it will be rejected immediately. If you are organizing a stationary protest, meaning your group stays in one specific park, square, or street, the local police station for that exact geographic area has sole authority to grant your NOC. However, if you are planning a moving rally that crosses through multiple police jurisdictions, that local station can no longer approve it alone. Your application must move up the chain of command to the commissionerate or the deputy commissioner of police. Once you identify the correct jurisdiction, you must address your formal application directly to the highest-ranking officer of that station or DCP office. Finding the right authority ensures your request lands on a desk with the actual power to approve it, rather than disappearing into a bureaucratic void. Because most police departments do not have a standardized form for this, you have to write a formal application letter from scratch. Your letter must clearly state the organizer's name, address, and phone number. You also have to define the reason for the protest, the exact venue, the dates, the duration, and a realistic estimate of how many people will show up. If you are moving, you have to map out your exact path. The police need a street-by-street breakdown of your route included right in the text of the letter. You also need to explicitly ask for permission for physical infrastructure. If you plan to use loudspeakers, put up tents, or build a pandal, it has to be written in the application. If you forget to list your audio equipment or temporary structures, the police have the authority to shut down a fully approved gathering right on the spot over a technicality. This letter sets the strict legal boundaries for your event. You can only do what you have explicitly asked permission to do. A detailed letter is useless unless the police know exactly who is taking legal responsibility for the crowd. You must enclose a copy of your valid identity proof, your residential proof, and a recent photograph to tie your name to the event. The authorities will scrutinize your logistics. You often have to provide a concrete plan detailing how you will supply drinking water, washrooms, and other basic amenities for the attendees. They may also require you to sign a sworn affidavit. This document is a legally binding promise outlining exactly how you will manage crowd control and coordinate directly with the police officers assigned to your gathering. The entire NOC process forces the organizers to absorb the liability of keeping the public safe. If something goes wrong, the police know exactly who agreed to manage the risk. Once submitted, the police review your application against a set of reasonable restrictions established by the Constitution. They can immediately reject your request if they determine the gathering poses a threat to India's sovereignty, state security, friendly relations with foreign states, or general public order. They will also look at the intent. The permit will be denied if the event is designed to incite criminal offenses, defame individuals, or commit contempt of court. If authorities anticipate that an event will fail to comply with these basic standards of public order, they deploy personnel and riot control vehicles to ensure the gathering never takes place. To get approved, you have to design your messaging and your logistics proactively to avoid triggering any of these specific legal tripwires. Even with a perfect application, the police can legally deny your request. They can even revoke an act of permission for an ongoing protest by imposing Section 163 of the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita, which acts like a legal curfew in a specific area. But you do have protections. The authorities cannot issue a blanket denial. By law, they must provide you with specific, written reasons detailing the exact risks or threats your event poses. By compiling the correct logistical data, drafting a precise application letter, and attaching verified identity documents, you now have a complete, legally compliant NOC application ready for submission. Navigating this bureaucratic machinery ensures your assembly meets the specific legal standards required to operate as a recognized democratic event, allowing for safer and more responsible public discourse.